memoirs of Carter Huttenberg.
-126.99437
I am the son of a man that I pushed to his death. We watched, and he sank into the festering soup. And the beings there caressed him as his frozen figure floated past, tearing pieces of him away and scattering them about. I pushed my mother next, and she was soon ripped apart as well. Nyarlathotep drifted towards their mess, leaving me to watch as he gathered each dismembered portion. He examined each piece thoroughly and delicately before compiling them in an empty space before him, and he took special care of the jawbone. Ripped him from the skull, held him out, yelled in what I came to understand as the deep speech. He called them, and they came, playing flutes and drums. They rumbled and all shuddered before them, but none could flee the permeating, inescapable sounds of the one I cannot, shall not name emerged to writhe at the center of it all. Sorry, I got lost in the weeds a bit there. Let me put it to you simply. Outside the ordered universe is that amorphous blight of nethermost confusion, which blasphemes and bubbles at the center of all infinity. The boundless demon Sultan, whose name no lips dare speak aloud, and who gnaws hunger for the inconceivable, unlighted chambers beyond time and space amidst the muffled, maddening beating of vile drums and the thin, monotonous whine of a cursed one.
Are you okay in there? Carter, you okay? What's going on?
Don't touch me!
What the fuck is going on, Carter?
Get out!
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I said get out, now!
You son of a bitch!
I said get out!
If I could never eat my toothpaste again, motherfucker! This is not right. Something's going on.
Well, stupidity surely is a talent for misconception. He knows not what lies in wait. None of them do. But they will. And when they see it, oh, when they see it.
Hey everybody, welcome to SuperQuest Saga, the show where we here at the Dungeoncast sit around the table and play some Dungeons & Dragons. My name is Will Stark, and I will be your well-constituted Dungeon Master of this evening. Joining me as always is...
Josh Freeland, playing Sebastian Crenshaw, half-orc paladin.
I'm your special guest Jake, playing Persephone Gold Petal, the Furbolg Druid.
My name is Brian, and today I'm going to be super fancy, but I'm also going to be a human warlock. Carter Huttenberg.
Yes, isn't Carter always fancy? Isn't that his thing?
He sounds like it.
He sounds fancy, but he's kind of gross.
Yeah, he's a little bit above. All right, so last time on SuperQuest Saga, you guys finally made it to the Manzicorian system, deep within Elithid territory. You got your guys' stealth shielding up. It's called the Aegis. You guys scanned the solar system, found a planet, scanned the planet, found a crashed elven warship called the Sahandrian, which is one of the major war vessels that used to be captained by the Justice Saint, Anadur, son of Jandar. And you guys found him, too. You found his dead body. And you guys discovered some stuff. Let me see. What did you guys discover last session? There was a video file of Prim's ship time traveling.
It got shot.
It did get shot. It got shot. There was the last memoir of Anadur.
And also that, yeah.
Saying some real heavy shit. Real cryptic shit. Was there anything else? Oh, yes. And you guys got the coordinates to Zahn's lab, Egress Laboratories.
And I got his family locket, too.
Oh, yeah, you got his family locket.
Yeah, trophy. A classic, not just a Sebastian move, but a classic Josh Freeland move. Taking trophies from his enemies.
This man loves his trophies.
That's right.
True. I mean, there's random tables and stuff for trophies in this game.
There are.
I'm glad you're repping the trophy system, man.
I got to, man.
So... the scene opens with you guys back on the Brunhilde, and you guys are heading toward the coordinates that you attained aboard the Sahandrian. And within the hour, you guys find yourself flying above a structure set in this rocky desolate flatlands on this planetoid, which I think we could just call the planetoid Manticore 1.
Sure.
So
Works for me.
Manticore 1. The structure that you guys are floating over is essentially a series of these white domes connected by these white tubes. The layout of the building is somewhat web-like with a large central dome, roughly like 1,000 feet in diameter, about 300 feet tall. And branching off these central domes are 7 tube-like structures that extend out hundreds of feet in any direction. And each of these, there's 6 tubes that end in smaller dome-like structures, and then there's a 7th tube that's shorter than the others, and it ends in this U-like structure.
Carter looks out the window. He says, look at that. It's a bunch of tubes.
Indeed.
Can't believe it.
Victoria says, I'm going to set her down. Everyone suit up. Watt, stay on the ship and re-engage the Aegis when we're off.
Sounds good.
And then
That's my sound effects.
And then we landed.
And then
Star wipe.
So is there anything that you guys want to do besides just suit up? I don't know.
During the star wipe?
That's it.
Sure, during the star wipe, yes.
Okay, while the image is fading from one to another, from left to right across the screen.
Oh, you mean literally during the star wipe?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got in my suit and that's it.
Jesus Christ.
That's all I did.
Wonderful
Is there
way-
anything else to do or landing?
I don't know. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
got plans or let me.
That's true.
prep
He doesn't
this
know if we have
thing,
plans.
Like,
We don't usually. I believe.
yeah, I know. I know.
I'm the only one with plans. Not in-game meaningful plans, just like scene plans.
That's true. All right.
That's all I got, man. I'm in my
Everyone
suit.
suits up.
Yep.
Yes.
Everyone
Yep.
suits up.
Yes.
Victoria lands Brunhilde a few hundred feet away from this U-shaped structure of the laboratory. Once you guys get out there, give me a perception check.
I love rolling dice.
16.
16.
Ooh, nice.
12.
Okay, so Persephone and Sebastian, you guys can spot in the distance that this U-shaped structure has a set of big metal double doors on it.
All right.
Sweet.
What do you guys do?
Is that the? I guess that's the entrance.
Activate the airlock.
Well, you guys are by the ship.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I'm asking, like, where are you guys? You guys are standing outside the Brunhilde. What do you do?
Oh, I was trying to reference an old episode.
Are we gonna?
It was like 2 episodes
What's
ago.
the terrain look like? Is it like rocky
Just
or is
rocky, bleached by like radiation of
Okay.
these 2 stars.
it not like difficult terrain or anything like that? It's like we shouldn't have too bad
It's
or
not
too
too
big
bad.
of
Yeah,
an
it's,
issue.
it's pretty flat.
Okay.
Would you say it's craggy?
There are some crags in the distance.
There's some crags out there. Be careful, Sebastian. It's full of holes.
Gravity wise, are
Thank
we
you,
like?
Carter. Thank you.
It's like
floaty or-
a little bit, but not much.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little less gravity, a little
Yeah.
floatier.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Okay. I guess.
We'll
Hey,
put you
guys.
at like 0.7.
So we can
Of
Naruto
standard
run
gravity.
really good with our arms behind our backs.
Absolutely. I mean, you could.
Double doors that way. I'm not gonna Naruto run.
Okay, so you're going straight for the double doors.
The double doors is clearly the laboratory,
Yeah,
is it
yeah.
not?
I think so. I don't know.
I don't know if you guys want to do a perimeter check or any of that.
Oh
so-
yeah, I'm checking for traps.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy's.
You want to do a perimeter check of this whole structure?
Uh,
That's what a perimeter is. It's like around the whole thing.
I mean,
yeah.
we could do that in the ship, or we have to walk.
Well, you guys are landed now, and the Aegis is engaged.
We should have done that in the Star Wipe.
Oh damn!
There we go.
Scanner in the
There
Star
we
Wipe.
go. All right, you guys walk towards the door.
Yes,
Yeah.
We're getting
yes,
nowhere
yeah,
here,
yeah,
literally and figuratively.
Well, I just want to investigate for landmines or whatever.
give
the
me a
fuck. I don't know.
perception
Yeah,
check,
yeah,
sure. For landmines. Yeah, there's 5.
It's really good, Will.
There are no landmines set in this flatland.
Any laser beams that
No
are gonna?
laser beam. All right, so as you guys approach the U-shaped building, you all notice that there is a panel on the side of the door, like in the wall, and it appears to be touchscreen and it appears to be lit up, and that's pretty much all you notice.
I'll activate my use computer ability.
Okay. Continue.
Do I roll a die now?
I mean, what do you want to do?
This
Are
is
you walking
clearly
up
here
and
to-
looking at it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you walk up and look at the panel, and it appears that there are 4 symbols, like touch screen buttons. There's no. I'm like hiding my notes.
Don't worry, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not like that.
There's 4 symbols. There's a symbol on each of these buttons, and you're not sure what any of them mean, but I can describe these symbols to you.
Okay, give me the
All right.
leftmost
so
symbol.
We have one symbol. I don't know if you want to get ready to draw this.
Now Jake's gonna do it for
It's
me.
a circle. It's a circle. Go ahead, Jake. Are you drawing it? Mm-hmm. And then on both sides of the circle, there are 2 like parentheses.
Oh.
Yeah, parentheses, parentheses.
It's the unknown O.
Okay.
It's a Pokemon reference.
But I'm looking at another set outside. That set. Yeah, there we go. There we
just
go.
like Unknown. It's a TIE fighter. Just
The
a
next
TIE bomber.
symbol is just an eye. Just an eye.
Just an eye, like
Just
a
an eye.
capital
No,
S?
like an eyeball. Like an eye.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Is it drawn like with one line, like an Egyptian eye, or like is it like? Does it look like a cartoon? Like, what is the eyeball? Does it look like a rune? You know what I mean?
No, not like a rune, not like a hieroglyphic. It just looks like a really like I would say like a business graphic, but of an eye.
I see. Okay.
Yes. The next symbol is a downward pointed arrow with a circle around it. And the final symbol is very difficult to describe. And I'm looking at him. It's like,
What were you doing, man?
I am just going to cover this up and show Jake. Hold on. It is that fourth symbol there. You see that? Please don't read any of my other notes. Please, please,
Oh,
please.
it's
No,
like
we're
a
not.
3 mixed with a 2.
You know what? Yes.
Like, yeah.
Do with that what you will.
It's a squiggly pigtail.
Kind of, yeah. It's like a 3, but then like in like the bottom half of the 3, it turned into a 2.
It's like a tornado when you're a little kid and you can only draw with your whole fist, but it's upside down.
Yes, yeah.
So that's what you see, Carter.
Cool.
Tornado.
You just hit the tornado.
No.
Those are weird symbols. Remember, how do we do that?
I think I'll touch the eye for seeing.
Do you touch the I button?
Do I touch the eye button?
I don't.
This is a group decision.
It is. What
Who's
do you,
with us? Victoria and Primina?
Victoria and Prim are with you guys. Watts on the ship.
Squad.
Does this make sense to anybody here? Vicky? Prim, do you remember any of this?
Oh, put her face right up to the door. Hey, Prim.
No.
Victoria says, I mean, those symbols can mean a lot of things. I mean, the eye could be surveillance of some sort.
That's what I was thinking.
Like, I'm not sure.
Can I
me
roll
neither,
to see
though.
if any of these symbols might be recognizable from like robotics or cybernetics training that I've gone
Good
into?
thinking. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Knowledge check. Give me that.
11 plus. I don't know. What should I add to that? Anything?
Your whatever.
Your
robotics-
proficiency, because
what-
you're
yeah.
you're
So if
proficient
you-
in that.
14. Yeah.
That's a pretty good
That's
roll.
a pretty good roll. Yeah. So the circle symbol with the parentheses, you know that's like a
Pokemon.
no, it's like a voice communicator. It's like a walkie-talkie. Like you
okay.
hold it and you talk.
Gotcha.
Like an intercom kind of thing.
Yeah, intercom. There we go.
Ooh,
Intercom.
nice.
So,
You know that the downward pointed arrow is the emergency button.
Okay.
Why would that be on the outside?
Why indeed? I'm trying to decide to give you the eyeball or not. You know what? I'll give it to you.
All right.
You know that the eye is usually that's standard for retinal scanner, like ID retinal scanner,
okay.
and you don't know what that other tornado looking is.
It's obvious, isn't it? It's the attack mode of this building.
That's the self-destruct button, apparently.
All right. So I'll pass it along to everybody else. Say, hey guys, just for my training and reading all the training with robotics and stuff. This is pretty sure what these 3 symbols mean, but the fourth one I'm not sure.
so we could do the eyeball maybe and see if it opens for Prim.
Oh, like retinal scan parent.
Yeah.
Prim? Okay.
Although I don't super like that idea.
We could ask if
Prim is here.
the fucking floor opens up. She
Yes.
just disappears.
Scooby Doo
That's
down and we
hilarious.
gotta go find her. I don't. That's my. Or we could just click the mysterious whirly button. The button.
So
We
hilarious.
know what 3 of them do, but we're going to click the wild
we don't
card.
know.
The mysterious
The one that
whirly
looks
button.
most
I
like
love it.
danger to me, besides the down arrow.
I'm just concerned there's a button that says that's emergency though.
We could ask
That's
if
also
somebody's
bad.
here. We could intercom and say hello.
Because it was on, right?
Yeah,
Like
this
the
whole panel
whole-
is lit up and on.
Yeah, it seems strange that, we've kind of. Most of these places we go to are dead and we have to power them. We have to do the whole stupid thing with our little branch jack things. And this is on. That's scary.
That's a good point.
Does that mean there's people here?
I mean, the ship had stuff that was on.
That's true, but.
They've got to be like kind of. Well, that thing crashed, and its stuff was still on. So this lab didn't crash. It's
Yeah, but
just
that
here.
ship was also literally alive.
Yeah. Yeah,
Maybe
it had the little.
Maybe this panel's alive.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. I back up
Prim's
a little
like,
bit.
I don't think it works like that.
Me neither. I hit the intercom button. Hello.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Cool.
And Victoria says, well, even if someone was in there, it's not like our suits are hooked up to whatever sound system they have. So we're not sure if that worked or not.
Oh, can I bracer jack in?
Ooh, give me a used computer check.
I have proficiency on the used computer. Oh.
What'd you get? Is it that bad, really?
5.
Well, my proficiency is a 3, so it's an 8.
Yeah, it's pretty low.
Would you add his intelligence to
There's
it?
no,
You master barterer.
I'm just wondering.
there's no external way to hook it in. We'll say it's not your fault. It can't be done.
I get my jack out and I'm like, oh,
Oh no!
why did I think this was a thing?
Foiled technology. Prim, do you want to?
I'm limited by the technology of my time.
Do you want to try the retinal scan? See if that works.
Prim says, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I agree with this decision before tornado for sure.
Yeah. I mean, would emergency undo the lockdown? I feel like that would just lock it down more. Maybe
We might. I'm thinking it's some sort of contingency. So if we get attacked by monsters out here, or radiation or something like that, it's meant to protect people on the outside. I don't know.
let's try the retinal
The
scan.
dungeon master was all like, "Why indeed?" So now my mind is like all
It's
over
true.
the place.
It's true.
I'm just loving this drama over tornado button.
Yeah.
that I did not name
It's
earlier.
the best button we have in the game right now.
Okay,
Yes.
so yeah, are we doing the Prim retinal scan?
We'll try it out.
All right, so Prim walks up to the panel. She presses the button,
Don't get vaporized.
and a slot above the panel opens up, and this device comes out that you can put your eyes into. It has these two little lenses. She does so. You guys don't hear anything because you're in space, and sound doesn't travel in space. But you would imagine it would sound something like beep, 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 beep. And then doors open.
I can't believe that worked.
Good call. Good call.
Ominous.
Nice.
That's
So-
ominous.
Indeed. The double doors open up, and inside you guys see a small room with lockers and benches on either wall. This room is about 12 feet by 20 feet wide, and there is another set of heavy metal doors on the other side of this room that are closed.
Does this place look like it's been, no one in here for a while? Does it look like it's not in use recently?
There's nothing
or-
to indicate one way or another. There's just closed lockers, 2 benches, and doors on the other side.
Sick.
It's the room in between where they're going to seal it up. And then
Yeah.
you guys get air to breathe.
The airlock.
Theoretically.
It has to work perfect every time. So we have our ticket in. It seems if it worked here, it should work at other places in the facility.
True.
Maybe not the highest level security rooms, but at least we can move around the regular facilities. It would seem. Now, before I go in, I'm gonna zoom out into Brian and say, when we space traveled, did we short rest?
Yes,
Ah,
sure.
good. I got 2 spells again. Shit.
Yeah,
Okay, so-
absolutely.
And now that I'm all rested up, I'm ready and willing to go on one of our many famed exploratory missions.
Victoria walks inside the room.
Yes.
Prim's right after her. Mm-hmm. What do you guys do?
I try to smell, and I make a joke about how it smells like socks, and it's not funny. And then we move on.
And it also has to be your socks because you're in a
Yeah, yours is
That's what I mean. That's the joke.
Jesus.
You got it. What's in here? Can I
All
move
right,
on to the next
you
room?
guys get your room.
Next room,
The
please.
doors,
God.
the doors close behind you. The moment the doors close,
Pressurization.
Carter, you hear this sound in your mind, another hallucinogenic interdimensional sound. That
Oh.
you sometimes get these.
I do sometimes
of
get
the
these.
clinking of pieces again, and you have another one of these memories that you're not sure if it happened or not. And you remember seeing the opening from. You remember seeing the opening from beforehand in the game of Imperatoria. Now you find yourself in the middle of the assault and taking out Nyarlathotep's pieces and cutting to the heart of his forces.
Yeah.
And that's the end of that image.
As I say out loud, I'm doing it.
It's working.
I'm doing it.
Anyways,
Oh, jeez.
so you guys
bastard.
enter the room, the doors close, and while Carter's hearing that, the rest of you are hearing like the air pressure change and whatnot.
You guys are hearing all the normal shit, even though you so they now hear because it's pressurizing?
So at first you guys don't hear anything, and then slowly the sound comes as air starts filling the room. And after about 5 minutes, everything stops. The doors open, and suddenly you hear over the intercom, "Welcome, Primina."
Oh.
That was crazy. They even got her name right.
Wow.
What just happened?
I mean,
When did I become Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, like, this is his voice. This is his character.
Carter?
I'm a new man now.
I guess so. I mean, it makes sense if she came from here.
Yes.
Like,
So outside these double doors extends an extremely long hallway. It looks about 150 feet long. It's about 15 feet wide, and it ends in an open archway that goes onto another larger room, but you can't see from here.
I love larger rooms past archways. Perhaps we should go there. Can I search?
Marching order, guys.
Can I search the room that we're in for identification? People that may
Go ahead. Give me an investigation check.
a warm cloth.
What?
Signs that somebody's here.
Yeah.
Oh, like a
6 + 7 is
cup
still
of
pretty
coffee
good.
that's still
You
steaming.
look through everything,
Yeah.
and you're like, it doesn't look like anyone's been here.
Okay.
And like the voice on the intercom was definitely like a
robotic
robot.
voice. Yeah,
robotic voice. Yeah.
That was clear.
Okay.
Let's proceed, I guess. March, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So Sebastian's up front. What about the rest of you guys?
I can take up the rear.
Okay.
So that
Sounds great.
yeah,
So the other three
in the
center.
middle. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys walk down this hallway, and you get to the archway, and on the other side of this archway, excuse me, is this absolutely huge domed room. It's about 1,000 feet in diameter, 300 feet tall, and it's actually difficult to survey the whole room because at the center of this room is an absolutely gargantuan carcass of a deceased dragon.
Whoa. A space dragon.
About 700 feet long, heavy metallic plated hide, long neck with 2 silver horns. It looks very much like the pulsar dragon you saw at Outlaws Horizon, with the exception that this one's engines have been removed.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's awesome. That means they're on a boat somewhere, a space boat. It's for sure dead. Do I got to roll about that, or
It's a carcass. It's definitely dead, yeah.
how long it been dead for?
Hard to tell. This thing's mostly robot at this point,
Oh, cool.
or at least it looks mostly like artificial.
I'm just seeing
Lots of
like a
metal.
bunch of like open slots, and it's like designed with like wiring just like ripped out and stuff like
But
that.
you also see like
there, like,
like
bones and
dehydrated
stuff?
organs and bones as well. Like,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, cool. So very big room.
Very big room.
The ceiling
Wow.
glass, or is it like solid?
It's some sort of white material. Like
It's not damaged.
no, it's everything solid and undamaged. Yeah, absolutely.
So they dragged this thing in here to do this. I'm guessing. Like they
Built
got
it
in
around
here.
it.
It's like a clean
Does
room
it
kind of
doesn't
thing?
look like combat happened in here with this creature.
No, not
Because
at
you
all.
would definitely
This
see
definitely looks like a
markings of
scenario
that.
where it's like, yeah, this thing was put here,
Nice.
and like they were doing things to it, like
Damn.
removing its engines.
So something's strong in here because that's a big dragon. Yeah, something's strong.
Oops.
Carter, are you okay?
Yeah, something strong going on.
So also around the perimeter of the room, there are tables with computers, paper documents, diagrams, etc. There's like this whole thing was like a laboratory. Obviously, it was
Yeah.
called the Egress Laboratories.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So maybe that's
Can I search for clues to what went on here in the paperwork?
Give me investigation.
I love those.
Anyone doing that, give me investigation.
I will be in on that.
Yeah, I got a 19 plus my mod, which is 7.
Very
This
good.
is an 11.
4.
Okay, so it's mumbo jumbo to you two, Sebastian and Persephone. But Carter, you end up on some juicy documents that you're
dead
able
dragon.
to get some information out of, and it looks like you start to find detailed diagrams of this pulsar dragon's anatomy, like not just the anatomy of like its body and wings, but also of its engines,
Like detailed
like
specs on
full
all the.
specs on like engine breakdown. It's rather bizarre. You're getting, you're seeing like what were like DNA sequences and stuff. They were doing like genetic testing,
That
and
tracks.
there seem to be reports describing different like performance tests on the pulsar engines themselves.
Wow. Okay. So they definitely outfitted one of their rigs with this
Yeah.
Pulsar Dragon stuff.
Also, I forgot to mention this. On the perimeter of the building are 6 other hallways. Like the hallway you guys came down here to get here.
Tubes.
There's 6 other tubes going in all different directions.
More tubes. Perhaps tubes we've already seen from the other side. What is a straw but a single hole?
Jesus Christ.
Broom's just gonna like sidle away a little bit.
Yeah, where does it, like, that's the exits in the room or the holes?
There are
The
6
tubes?
exits, yes. Well, 7 if you include the one you guys came into.
Oh yeah, I always do.
I want to go check out the dragon.
Yeah.
Take a look at it, especially with the cybernetic stuff. I want to try
Absolutely.
to, see how it was connected or hooked up, and
Okay.
see whatever information I can gather from it to see how.
All right.
I don't know. Just
You
basic
can
information.
You can go ahead and. How long are you plan on spending doing this? Because it's a big dragon. There's a lot to look at.
It's a big
I don't
guy.
know. I'm gonna do it until they tell me that otherwise. I guess. I mean,
Okay.
it's until they say, "Hey, let's go, Sebastian."
How long are you guys gonna let Sebastian just kind of pick through this dragon corpse?
Also, I was gonna ask, is it weird to like take dragon like teeth and horns and stuff like that? I guess Vicky.
It would
is
be
that, like,
Victoria
odd?
would be like, I've never heard of anyone doing that. Like
Like
I've never seen a dead dragon before in my life. I don't know anyone who's ever seen a dead dragon before in their
yeah,
life.
some like if Bright Song and Light, like if they ran up on us and we had like some new dope.
Probably
bling.
not pleased. And Prim's like, yeah, that doesn't sound okay.
It doesn't, but
Let me tell you. Let me tell you a story about where we're from.
adventure. Yeah.
Let me tell you about Old World.
Yeah, old world, like, some dragon teeth and scales and stuff probably would have gone for a lot of money. So I didn't know, if it was the same.
Victoria's
rules
like, oh, I'm
here.
sure you could sell it for a lot of money, but I would not risk the ire of the Trionic Star Sovereignty.
No, especially not since we took out that big loan.
Oh, that's
That was
Yeah, it's a big loan. That's hilarious.
yeah, no, never mind then. I was gonna
Okay, but how long are you guys going to let him pick through this?
probably not too long if we have to continue through this.
maybe
place.
like an hour at most.
An hour? An
I
hour?
don't know. No,
a long
that's a
time.
long ass
Yeah,
time.
that's a
An
long
hour's a
time. I
while.
would
Like,
say-
what are you
give-
guys going to do during
I'm gonna
that
give him
hour?
like 15 minutes
Yeah.
before I start asking questions.
All right,
Yeah.
give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That is fair.
14.
14? All right, what are you looking for? Like, what do you want to garner from...
I think just the general like
I want wings.
Yeah.
Make wings happen.
Yes.
Well, he knows the stories we know. Like you loot dragons and you take their
That's
shit.
true. So what are you doing? What are you
I
doing?
just want to see how it was connected, like how the process of how the cybernetics were
So-
a part of the dragon.
You are pretty sure... I don't even know if pretty sure is the right word. You have a suspicion that cybernetics are infused with this pulsar dragon probably from birth, and it's
Okay.
probably like slowly but surely parts of this dragon get replaced over time.
Okay, that's kind of what I was looking for. Cool. Let's just look at that, and then if there's any cool stuff that looks like that I might be able to get some information from, or just. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing kind of if it has like any leftover like weapons.
We'll just
or
say that
anything like
you
that
now
on there.
have a somewhat detailed understanding of how a cyber or pulsar dragon's anatomy works.
Okay.
All right, so Sebastian is done looking at the pulsar dragon. What do you guys do?
So what was the other option? It was
There-
past the
6
arch?
tubes.
Six tubes.
Oh, 6 tubes.
So the way it's mapped out is you guys entered, pulsar dragon in front of you,
Yeah.
to the right, and kind of, if this way is north, then to the,
Clock. Use a clock.
if right in front of you is 12 o'clock, then at 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock on the clock are
Gotcha.
tubes. Also at 3 and 9, and also at 1 and 11.
Gotcha.
Excellent.
I did it, guys.
Yeah.
Look at you.
So your guys' choice on what you do.
Left tube. The leftmost tube.
So
tube most left side.
9 o'clock.
Or do you want to go?
Well, by going
7?
to 9, it means you skip 7.
We're gonna work our way around. Start 7,
Isn't that what you
9.
were saying? Oh yeah, sure.
I don't know. Is left or
You guys are at 6. I should say that. You guys are at 6.
we just came out that entrance.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do want to go to 7.
All right. So the first two.
That's
on
what
your
I want
left.
to go.
All right.
Do you guys want? Is that where you guys want to go?
That's
Go
fine.
7.
Okay. So
Seven
you
works.
guys wrap around over to that archway, and beyond it, you guys see an extraordinarily long hallway, about 300 feet long. It's really hard to see what's at the other end. It's very far.
Are there living creatures that are generating heat or negative heat signatures within
No.
60 feet of me?
Nothing.
As I switch on my shit?
Nothing at all.
Leaving my shit switched on.
I guess we're
Sweet.
walking.
Yeah, we're walking.
Okay. So you walk the
Same
300
marching
feet.
order, shall we?
Yep.
Same one? Okay.
At the end of this doorway, you guys find another, or at the end of this hallway, you find another doorway, and it also has a panel on it with an eyeball button if you want to retinal scan it. And also the tornado button's there. And the arrow button. As a matter of fact, all 4 buttons are there. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same panel.
Put your peepers on this thing, Primina.
Yeah, Prim, if you please.
She does.
Please put your peepers on it.
Yep. She opens it up. No problem. Doors open up. And beyond is another circular domed room. This one only 100 feet or so in diameter. And appears to be a mechanical workshop. It has tables all over the place that are covered in what look to be like engine parts.
Pulsar Dragon engine parts?
At the center of the room hangs from chains attached to the ceiling an enormous, half-dismantled Pulsar Dragon engine.
Oh, I thought it's going to be organic. It was going to be horrific.
It's just, blood and guts everywhere.
It's just a mechanic shop. What are we doing? We looting this bad boy for energy cores, or how does it work? What are we doing in here?
I mean, are there... Yeah, I don't know.
I guess
Do
we
you
check
want-
to see if there's anything useful, I
We
guess.
found
on
a
there.
garage, yeah.
Yeah. Are there like schematics we can find? Maybe you can get like
That sounds like an investigation roll, bro.
It does.
Or you can get rockets. I don't know.
Investigation, please, for anyone doing any of these
Always
things.
doing it.
16.
All right.
Fitting.
All right.
5.
Okay, so
Rockets.
Sebastian finds nothing. He's like, I swear I'm good at robots. I
Yeah,
swear.
I know.
I love this
This stuff
robot,
looks so
though. I can't
familiar.
stop looking at this one in the
So,
middle.
you two, Carter and Persephone, you guys find just a bunch of different schematics going over this engine and what seem to be prototype ideas for a different new engine that seem to be based off the Pulsar Dragon engine. Who rolled the highest between the two of you?
I think me.
Okay, Persephone, you find a small glowing device on a table. It's roughly the size of like a 9-volt battery, and it appears to have a button on it, just a single button.
Oh, no.
So a small glowing device, you said?
It's got like a light on it.
Okay. With a button.
Yeah, it's not like the device itself is glowing. It's that it's more that it has a touch screen that is glowing, and the touch screen seems to be a button that you press.
Oh. I will pick it up, not touching the touchscreen thing. Like, guys, look what I found. It's a big red button. I don't know what this is. Maybe, does it look like an interface maybe? Like to...
No,
turn
in this
the
case, it
engine
looks
on
like it
kind of thing?
just has a touch function, and that's it.
It looks like one of the eject buttons on an escape pod.
What do you
I can
mechanic
look
guy,
at
do
it
you
and
wanna
see if
check it
I...
out?
Yeah, sure. Give
Sebastian?
me a mechanics check. I'm not sure what your skill's called anymore.
Cybernetics.
That's not the same thing, but sure. Go ahead.
Is it with... Oh, you have a 0.
Oh,
That's a
crit.
nat 20.
You nat
though.
20'd it? Oh, okay. You've seen devices like this.
Okay.
It's a little hologram device. If you press it, it'll show you whatever's stored in there.
It's a garage door opener.
Prepare to die.
So yeah, you know that it'll show
Hey
you guys
guys,
a hologram
yeah,
if you press it.
just push it, and then the hologram will pop up. Maybe there'll be some diagrams on the engine or something. I don't know. Check it
I
out.
will press it.
All right, you press it, and sure enough, very much like in an Iron Man movie, a light pops out, and you guys got like a full 3 foot by 3 foot by 4 foot hologram, and it appears to be this really advanced 3D schematic of this high tech engine that seems to be running off some sort of like blue energy fluid, and it's like nothing you guys have ever seen before.
How
take that
dope.
with us.
We should take that with us.
They're doing new space in here.
Okay.
Cool.
Do you guys do anything else in this room?
I investigated the shit out of it.
We
so-
did. That was the only thing we
That's
found?
all you guys found, yeah.
I think we're good.
Yeah. Next 7.
9 o'clock.
What was it? 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Oh, so you guys are just going clockwise. That's
Yes.
There's no way out of this room except for back through the tube, right?
Not that you guys have seen, no.
Yeah, we out.
So back down the 300-foot tube, back into the Pulsar Dragon room, up to the 9 o'clock tube.
Yep.
It's identical, 300-foot tube with what looks like what might be a door at the other end.
Man, it's taking forever.
We get nice.
You guys get there. There's another retinal scanner. I take it Prim's going to do it
Yes.
again. Prim does it again.
Smash cuts. I love it.
These doors also open, and these doors open to reveal a dark room kept at a freezing temperature. So the minute they open, it's like, woof, that's cold.
Can feel that one through the suit.
It's hard to see inside because you guys are in a bright room. But by the way, the oxygen works in this place. I don't know if you guys took off your helmets and stuff.
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't.
yeah.
I didn't know that. Until
Yeah,
now.
I didn't
Well,
know.
well, I said it with the airlock thing, like the air refilled. I just forgot
yeah,
to like mention like, oh yeah, it's O2. You guys can breathe.
We should know that we can. Yeah, sure. Okay.
But yeah, it's hard to see because you guys are in a bright room and it's a dark room.
Through my infrared, I noticed the cold drop, and then
Yes, it's very freezing in there.
any crazy spots that alert me.
I don't think any parts are colder than other parts.
I was hoping maybe you'd say they were warmer than other
No,
parts.
no,
Okay,
nothing's warmer, no.
Just any discrepancies, you know.
No,
that
no
would indicate,
discrepancies. It's pretty uniform in there.
I cast dancing lights,
Okay.
and they're dancing all inside this place.
Okay.
And what do I see with
So-
my dancing light eyes?
That's interesting. So with the dancing lights, what you can it's difficult to tell details, but you guys see that this is a long corridor lined with tall glass cylindrical tanks full of a clear liquid, and there are over a dozen of these tanks in this room, and each has a seemingly comatose humanoid floating inside them.
How many are there?
Proto-priminas.
How many are there?
Over a dozen.
Over a dozen.
Were you fishing for the number 9?
Possibly.
Okay.
Nope, it's another divisible by 3 number. That's the true number. 6 tubes.
12 tanks. I said over a dozen. I didn't. I was very non-specific. What do you guys do?
I want to check out the tanks. I want to take a look at them.
Okay, so you guys go inside?
Yeah.
Or at least Sebastian goes inside. The second Sebastian, you step inside, the lights turn on,
Yeah.
and you can suddenly see everything better. And if you start looking through the humanoids, you will notice that they're all female. They all look strikingly like Primina. They all have blue skin, black hair, pointed ears, all that jazz.
Proto-prims.
But the thing that separates them from Primina is that each one of these Primina
dead.
clones is massively mutated.
Oh.
There's one whose face just looks like half like demonic. There is one that has like an insane amount of fins and spines by the thousands all over its body.
Oh, shit.
There's one that has 6 arms and a monstrous lower torso and a barbed tail. There's one that appears to be wrapped in 6 feathered wings in like this weird cocooned looking thing. And every single one of these, they're all either twisted, malformed, bloated, scaly, missing or having excess limbs. Like they're all
Do I have
monstrosities.
time to say something to Primina before she enters the room? Like, tell her
No,
not to,
she's
it's okay.
Okay,
It's
so
too late.
yeah,
I
I
guess,
imagine
like,
everyone's
all the
like,
lights came on.
everyone looks at Prim,
Yeah.
and she looks horrified.
And I'm like, these are all
And,
the
like the color has drained, not literally because she's blue, but like the color's drained from her face.
Yeah.
And she immediately runs out of the room and starts retching on the floor.
these are all the Steve Rogerses that they messed up before they made the good one.
No, I would have gone over to her, and like
Yeah.
patted her
she's
back, basically.
Yeah, she's vomiting. Would you guys do anything? Well, she's still hunched over. She's not really saying
I'm up
anything yet.
against one of the tanks. Like, how does it feel to fail?
Oh shit!
Jesus
Hot
Christ.
damn.
No, secretly to myself.
Yeah,
like,
no,
like,
I
just
know.
up to one of the tank ones.
Absolutely,
Like,
yeah.
you didn't make it out of the tube.
It's true.
I want to, I guess, because since Percy went down the hallway to go with Prim, I'm going to kind of gesture towards Percy, kind of like stay with her, to kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
keep her
yeah,
there. And then I want to investigate the
Okay.
tubes and the
Yeah,
tanks and
sure.
all that stuff.
So go ahead. What do you want to look for?
Pretty much that's all that's in this room is the tanks throughout, or is
Yeah,
there
and
like,
there's like some computers and some, there's
I'll look to see if there's any
machines.
documentation or anything like that I can see.
Yeah, I'm looking for
or-
computer data readouts on like indicators of like why
Okay.
these are still here.
Give me investigation checks.
I love investigation. It's really good.
Okay.
17.
Okay, so both really good. So yeah, you both start finding electronic documents of DNA combinations along with theory notes about stabilizing agents and slowing down the generation process. So I guess what you're gathering from that is they were trying to test, see what works, and also they, I guess, were coming to the conclusion of like, we can't just spontaneously generate a person. Maybe we gotta like make them a baby first.
Got it.
Okay.
Right.
So we should be on the lookout for the elements we know that are associated with this experiment.
Suppose so. Well, that's all happening. Persephone, you're with Primina. I guess Vicky's out there too. We'll say Vicky's out there too. Sure. And Prim just looks up and like her eyes are full of tears. Not that she's crying, but she's really watery eyed, and she's just like, "What the fuck am I? Like, what is this? Why are we here?"
We're gonna figure that out.
Yeah, I shrug. I don't know.
You're not there. You're inside.
Sorry.
you
You're
guys are
finding
investigating.
documents. You're like, oh, it looks like they're trying to make a baby.
I'm I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of this. There's like four other rooms.
She says, like, I'm a monster. I'm barely kept together by strange robots in my blood and some sort of song magic.
I mean, you're more than that.
Can I walk out there now
You're
for
a
that
person.
part?
Sorry, you're out.
Man, I'm just a bunch of skin and bones. I'm just a bunch of
true.
muscles and tendons. I'm a squishy boy.
Yeah.
What is a body, really? Think about it. Huh?
Okay, fair
What's
enough.
good?
Yeah.
What's good?
Yeah.
All right, great job, Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a person too. Like,
Yeah, your face is all
We-
normal.
this Carter, go the fuck away.
I'm gonna start walking down the tube.
Victoria says, God, what does Victoria say? Victoria says,
Shit, bro.
You're not a monster.
No.
No more than I'm a monster. She like gestures at her horns and her tail.
Is
That's true.
Victoria
I'm a
looking
big-
like down the tube and Primina's looking like in towards the, because I want to like look back at Victoria when she says that and just like
Sure,
glance
yeah.
at her as I'm walking away.
Yeah, sure. She sees it. She's
Yeah,
like, whatever.
that's all I
whatever.
wanted.
She goes, Prim, you're yourself. You're whatever you decide to be.
Yeah. I'm a big like person deer thing. I don't know what the hell
Persephone
I am.
Persephone decides what she wants to be all the time.
It's very true. I mean, mostly this. I can't change this, but into the animals and everything.
You actually can, like all the time. You just never do.
It only lasts an hour.
Stay in your lane.
You don't know me.
That was an OOC. That stands for out of character.
Yes, it does.
Hey, is there anything else here? Or are you still talking to Prim?
I would just be trying to console her.
Okay.
That's
She's
basically it.
she's fine now. She just looks visibly shaken
Yeah,
and she looks just bothered. Because
Yeah.
why wouldn't you be bothered?
Yeah,
she
If
just
I
found-
saw a bunch of demon versions of myself, I'd be bothered.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you guys do? You guys going to
I'm already down the tube, bro.
Okay, so
Good, I'm out.
I take it you guys are headed for room 11 o'clock.
Next
Yes.
tube. Next tube.
All
Next
right,
tube.
down the hall, 300 feet, same door, same retinal scan. Prim's a little slower about it this time, but she gets it done.
Yeah, we're like, put your peepers on it, Prim. And she's like, huh?
They're filled with tears. I can't.
This door opens up to an enormous study full of tables, computers, displays of ancient scrolls, and a conspiracy board, if you will, with pins and strings flayed out all around it.
Oh, the sacred texts. Yeah. All right.
Well, the scrolls, are they like laid out like in cases, or there's something that we can get to?
Some of them were in cases, yeah.
I want to go straight towards the scrolls first and check them out to see what's there. What if
Look
they're
like they're written in Elven.
Elven? Okay.
I want to check out the conspiracy board.
Okay. Give me a perception or investigation check.
17.
Okay, so you're looking at this thing.
Yeah.
And at first, it's kind of hard to figure out what's going on with it because there's a lot of different languages on here and a lot of terms you're not familiar with. But after maybe parsing through it for 30 minutes, you start to see that there seem to be 9 major threads all over this conspiracy board. And each seems to start with an orcish rune and then gets tied through some ancient like Elven script, and then it always ends in a sticky note written in common, which you can read. And if you're ready, I can give you all 9 of these sticky notes.
Oh,
and
they're
what
like
they end
already
with.
translated. I don't
Yeah.
have to do any BS.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, hit me with them.
Yeah. Is that why you're laughing? Because of the because you can read?
Oh no, I was laughing because you hit the 9 that Freeland's been fishing for.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I gave him a
Are you
knowing
ready?
look.
Are you ready, Persephone? So,
Yes.
one seems to be written now. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me.
I can also read
There's-
Elvish.
This is
I know this is
New
New
Elvish.
Elvish,
Also, real quick, sorry, somebody posted a conspiracy theory board in our Discord.
Yeah, I know,
And like
I know.
it just tickles
Yes.
me.
it is funny.
It's very good.
So you actually, all these orc runes, you do recognize. They're the same 9 orc runes that you found
Oh,
in
in
the
the
Black
Ziggurat?
Temple.
Okay.
Yeah. The Black Ziggurat, actually. So the rune of Zale seems to be tied to the translation of Cronius, and then there's a dash angels, Asamon.
Okay.
The rune of Morad tied to the word Arakanor dash dwarves. Korel, the rune, to Arvandor-elves. Iome tied to Asgarath-dragons, Dragonborn. I can slow down if you need me to.
No, you're
Okay.
good.
He's burning.
Erat is tied to Hestavar-humans. Mayor is tied to Eronia-elementals, genies, primals. Adius is tied to Nessus-fiends, tieflings. Mallet is tied to Clangor, goblin, hobgoblin, bugbear. And finally, there is Gru, which is tied to Nishrek, orcs.
There it is.
The camera didn't pick it up, but Will's textbook started like glowing when he was reading it. He was casting some sort of ritual spell.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
That'd be a sick chant for a spell.
It
This rune is tied to this word, and then 9 more times.
So did you get all that, Persephone?
I did.
All right. What do you say about it to them?
I'll just say these are the. It seems these are the 9 bloodlines. That's that. That's this. And I tell them all.
Sure. There you go.
Yeah. Just confirmation of what we all thought.
Yeah, it is exactly what we thought.
It's very true.
We should have. No.
We should have killed.
No one's smashing my head, okay?
We should have brained this guy on a pedestal.
So what do you guys do?
There were.
Taking pictures of everything.
Sure. All right. So yeah.
And
you
then
guys
can I
establish
take
photos?
scrolls? Can I take the scrolls?
Oh, sure. No one's gonna stop you.
All right. I'm gonna grab scrolls and I'm taking them like, too bad I didn't know someone could actually read these things. And put them in the bag.
What do you mean? Who could read those?
I wish I knew someone.
Oh, that's.
Unfortunately, yeah, no one here.
Oh man.
Victoria says, "Well,
That'd be so
luckily,
good.
Elven's is a live language. We'll find someone who can read it."
Oh, okay, that's good.
She doesn't. She's oblivious to what we're talking about.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Anything else, guys?
That would be the biggest thing that was in here, right? Was just
Yeah,
like
definitely.
increasing-
With your search rolls, that's
Okay.
what you got.
What's the next one? 1 o'clock.
Well, yeah, we're looking at 1 o'clock here.
1 o'clock. Next room.
All right, 300 feet. Door, rental scanner. Door opens. This room is a much smaller dome. It's only a 50-foot dome with 3 black stone monoliths at its center. Around these 10-foot tall stones are tables with computers on them. These stones seem to be covered in orcish runes. And there are elven tomes scattered about the place, like physical books, which is not something you guys see a lot in this world. And there are some various paper documents as well, like not all electronic documents.
I'm going for the tome. It's been a while.
Okay, there's a bunch of tomes.
Yeah.
They're all written in New Elven.
Did we establish that I cannot read?
You
New
cannot
Elven?
read New Elven, yeah. That's how you got caught up with the whole comprehend languages thing.
I know, but Carter doesn't know that he
Yeah.
was found out.
I'm just saying that's how we ended up
Yeah, that's
establishing
right.
it,
That's
yeah.
right. But I don't feel the need to do magic right now for this. This is a lot of text.
Yeah, it's like an encyclopedia.
collect and take it with
And
you
there's
or
a bunch
whatever.
of them.
Yeah, I just like leaf through a couple of them.
Okay.
Like kind of, I'll shake one out, see if like $100 falls out.
Doesn't.
Ah, dang.
Totally doesn't.
See if there's pictures.
Yeah, we should take pictures of the orc stuff.
Orc
Can you
runes.
make up anything on these monoliths, Sebastian?
Only a word here and there.
Yeah, nothing that makes sense.
all that
I'll
one
take
means blood.
I'll take photos of it so I can compare it to what I already have.
Sure. Absolutely.
definitely. I guess that's.
what else?
all.
What
Is
else?
there anything else in
Yeah.
here?
I don't know. Do you
Are
want to
those-
investigate?
Yeah,
Can I check because you
Always.
said there's computers around the.
There are
or
computers,
Can
yeah.
we see if I can access that or whatever? See
You
if there's.
can, you can try.
Okay.
Go ahead. Well, you turn it on.
Okay.
I got a nat 20.
Okay, cool. We'll get to you. The computer wants a password that you don't have.
I rolled a cop.
Carter, with your 20, you're going through like all these paper documents and you're just like, this is all nonsense. It's just a bunch of numbers and graphs and this and that. And then you find a written note, like handwritten. And I have it written over here.
Smashed in between 2 books.
No, not smashed between 2 books, but
It's like laying loose
just laying loose.
in between 2 stacks of books. Just like, ooh.
And you realize that it seems to be, it's written to somebody, but it's also written in like notation form. And so it's a lot of information. So anyone who takes notes out of character, get ready. The umbral stone seems to ward off any form of our scrying magic and technology. Though we have made progress ciphering the runes with the help of these elven histories, The Forsaken seem to have some archaic religion, and these stones seem to reflect either a divine prophecy or a story of deliverance. There are repeated mentionings of a promised land, a world reborn, and a lost city. We aren't positive on the pronunciation, but we're settling on Kadath, city of the old gods, we're calling it. There also seems to be a repeated theme of 9 evil beings sealing the promised land from this world. We're making headway, but our resources are limited. I apologize for the handwritten note, but sometimes writing down what I already know helps me think through a problem I'm trying to solve.
Can I have it?
Yeah, you can have it. It's there. It's yours.
I should have read it out loud.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Does Carter share that information with us, or?
This sounds like something I would read out loud, yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Carter does read it out loud.
Cool.
The Umbral Stone seems to ward off any form. Okay. That's cool.
Right.
The
Yeah,
Umbral
that's really
Stone
cool.
is the Illithid chip, right?
The Umbral Stones they're probably referring to the
ziggurat.
monoliths right here.
Yeah. Oh,
Anything
okay,
made
yeah,
out
yeah.
of black stone.
Yeah.
The
all right.
stone itself is Umbral Stone. What they're trying to say is like their ability to read it, like they tried using comprehend languages and it didn't work for them.
The elves are helping them.
Which kind of covers your tracks in a way. Because your comprehend language worked. Theirs didn't, and now you're reading this saying that it didn't. So now Sebastian's hearing that it didn't work for them.
Oh. So now that might take the misdirection back into my hands.
That's what I'm
saying-
saying, but it's up to Sebastian.
Right,
So
like, they
you
couldn't
hear him
do-
say this.
Yeah, I read. I imagine he reading it as me reading it out loud
Yeah.
because this isn't information I would want to hide.
Yeah.
Necessarily.
Sure.
Yeah. Archaic religion, story of deliverance, repeated mentioning of the promised land, Kadath, city of the old gods. So that sounds like the next campaign string here.
The Forsaken would be the orcs?
nine evil beings sealing the promised land from this world.
Yeah.
That's mankind. That's these bros making headway. Resources are limited. Sorry, I wrote it with my hands. Okay, thanks. Bye. All right.
Anything else?
That was a sweet nat 20. Will, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
No, I mean, this is what I got with the natty boy. And that's all I could ever ask for.
Okay. So do you guys leave to the what is it? We're looking at 3 o'clock now. 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
Sure.
Yeah, I think
All
we're
right.
good.
You guys head back down the hallway,
What a lore dump.
back through the Pulsar Dragon room, back down. Well, not back down, but down this other hallway. Retinal scan. Doors open. All right. So the door opens, and beyond it is revealed to be a private study that has been obviously stripped, empty, and only a single desk at the center of the room remains. Actually, there's also a chair behind the desk. And there are cabinets around the perimeter of this domed room, but they're all open and empty. The desk drawers are also all open and empty. There's no computer on the desk. The only thing that draws the eye, the only item of any significance, appears to be a small music box on the corner of the desk.
Ruh-roh.
We're playing Resident Evil now, guys.
Yeah.
There's
Could we do like a perceptions around just to make sure there's
Sure,
nothing
give me
else in this
investigation, yeah.
place?
Or perception, whatever you guys want.
Ooh.
21.
24.
Room seems empty.
Room's empty. There's a music box, a dusty old desk, and a shitty chair.
Would that have applied to like checking if the music box was trapped in any way, shape, or form? Or would we have to
I
do a
figured you were checking the
separate thing for
room.
that?
Yeah, the music box is separate.
We
So
gotta-
I imagine no one's even touched the music box yet.
Not yet, no. But I want to.
Do you want to pick it up or do you just want to walk up and look at it?
No, I want to look at it. I want to make sure there's.
Okay, so the music box is this rectangular box made of probably just steel.
Made of music.
It has floral designs etched into it, and it just looks like a classic, old world even music box. It doesn't seem to have a wind though, so that definitely indicates it's not of old world because you would have had to wind an old music
Yeah.
box.
Carter's ready to destroy it.
Yeah, this is weird. Do we open it? We're all scared of
it
a.
explodes.
Yeah, you know.
I just kind of look at you like song magic.
Oh, I like this.
That's very true.
Carter's doubly wary of everybody else when it comes to song magic.
I guess I'll pick it up and
You pick it up. You open it.
I open it.
Song magic. Song magic.
When the music box is opened, a small figurine of a little girl in a dress rises up and slowly spins as a tinkling melody plays.
Cool.
I'm Arcana checking.
Okay, give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, is it a tune we recognize?
Whoops.
No, and what would you roll?
7.
Yeah, you got nothing. It looks like a mundane.
How is Prim reacting to it, if at all?
She's looking at it and she's like listening to the song and she's saying, "No, it doesn't ring a bell."
She doesn't become a zombie.
Cool.
She immediately kills all of you.
I guess I'm gonna close it then. I guess.
Okay, I thought you were gonna investigate it, but never.
Oh, then yes, yeah. I would have done
what he
that.
did?
Yes.
I thought-
No,
I
you-
thought that
you're
was-
good.
You
You're
looked
like,
at it from the
okay.
outside.
Yeah,
and
then
then
I
you
opened it. Yes. Then yes, me opening
Okay.
it would have been me.
Okay, give me an investigation check if you want to look any further.
That's a 2.
You got nothing.
I don't know. It's got music. It's got a little pretty.
It's got everything.
It's got a girl twirling. Does anybody else want to see?
No,
what
no
the hell
writing
this
or
is?
anything in there?
You know, I couldn't see anything. I don't know.
Let me
You
look at
wanna-
that. Let me check that out. Let me.
Check it out.
Sebastian's
I will
grab.
also accept some sort of machine roll for this,
Okay.
if that's better for you.
Yeah.
Is this thing gonna mind freak us?
Yeah, it's
So,
like
so
a mechanical
19.
device.
Holy
makes
shit!
sense.
Okay.
I've seen
I'm
all the
gonna
parts.
flavor this in a way that doesn't make you look confident because it's funnier to me. I just see Sebastian's big hands like, "Oh yeah, let me see." Oh shit! And then, like he snaps the figurine off.
Oh, guys, sorry.
But then you
Sorry.
realize like, "Oh wait, no, it's removable."
See, it was meant to do that, guys. I didn't break it.
Nice,
I swear.
nice,
It's
nice.
good.
Yeah.
And you see that
that's
underneath there's actually like a glass like lens with a little red laser, and it looks like with your machine roll, you're like, "Oh, that's a retinal scanner."
Shit. Hey, guys, another retinal scanner. Do we give? Let's see.
Oh my god. Song magic.
I don't know.
That's not magic.
DM said it wasn't song magic.
Prim, you want to give
Put
this
your
one a
peepers
try?
on it, Primina.
She's like, okay, and she just it's only for one eye, so she holds it up, and yeah, there's this scans her eye. There's like a beep sound and a click inside, and then
shit.
the music stops,
Oh shit, guys!
And
What do we do?
and you guys hear this pre-recorded message in a voice that must be Dr. Zahn.
Everybody shut up.
Sorry, everyone shut up in real life.
Shut the hell up, right now.
Primina, my dear, if you're hearing this, it means that you have made it back alive. With any luck, it will be with a member of the Ninth Bloodline by your side. Let me start off this message with an apology. I'm so sorry. Sorry for putting you through so much pain. Sorry for bringing you into a world that would swallow you up and use you against your nature and your will. But if it's any consolation, it would seem we are all but pawns in a game 100,000 years in the playing by powers beyond our fathoming. There is so much I must tell you, and so little I can say in this message. Remember the bedtime story I told you as a child. It is the thing around which all you've endured centers. The kings and queens of an ancient world who locked away their treasure, not monarchs but gods, the old gods, and not treasure but a city, the city of Las Kadath. It is there they hid their power, a power the Emperor seeks. But the Emperor has gone mad. He'd willed this power to save the galaxy, but in doing so he would spell the doom of us all. I found more to the story, secret elven histories, ancient orc writings. Something else seeks the city of Las Kadath. One the old gods sealed outside. A being whose knowledge was lost to time, or perhaps it was never known at all. For knowledge of the thing begets madness. Even I fear to utter its name. But the Emperor knows. He's always known. And though he prepared and warded for 80,000
Years, I swear to God, Jake.
and though he prepared and warded for 80,000 years, the knowledge leaves a door open for whispers. And even one so close to godhood is not impervious. For outside the ordered universe is that amorphous blight of nethermost confusion which blasphemes and bubbles at the center of all infinity. The boundless Daemon Sultan, whose name no lips dare speak aloud, and who gnaws hungrily in inconceivable, unlighted chambers beyond time and space. Time grows short for us all, and I'm afraid only you and the brave souls who support you have the power to stop it. I'm afraid I can say a little more here. You must come to the place of your childhood. I have more information, and a gift to give you. Around the dwarven system of Shardlar, A cold world awaits.
The message ends.
Well, shit. Ain't that something?
What
Prim's
delicious.
just like, what?
What succulent lore.
The up and hungry players.
The liquid of life.
Carter's giddy.
So there's that. That is the,
Oh.
you know, the darkness I must have seen take over the galaxy in my.
Oh yeah, did you share that with your friends?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm pretty sure I told them about it. So that's the real threat right there. I don't know what that does. Anybody know what that is? What he was describing?
I've never heard of any of these things. I thought that was
Old
just a
God.
children's story.
Carter.
It's hard to breathe.
I mean, Carter's got to play dumb here, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing else.
Right.
Beats me.
Victoria says, just to put this in simplest terms, I think Watt was right. Like, apparently there's some sort of power. The Emperor wants it. That sounds like a weapon to me. And I'm into not letting the elves get big weapons.
Right there, be with you on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some sort of city of the gods.
Yeah, I don't care about any of this god bullshit.
Cool.
I just care about not letting the elves use Prim to get ultimate power.
I just
100% agree.
Here, fuck the elves.
Yes.
I just don't want that big blob to take over and kill everything.
I mean,
That's
that
what
also
I-
sounds really unpleasant.
Yeah.
I don't want that as well.
This guy's a crazy person. I don't know what he's up to. Saying he cares and loves Prim. He's sorry, but he abandoned her here. What's going on? We should move on to the next tube. Next tube. Next tube.
You're like trying to get it going, it's like going with you.
Yeah,
but,
no,
But Victoria's like, yeah, maybe we should get out of here.
Take the music box with us.
Oh,
Yeah, sure,
surely.
absolutely. Yeah. So you guys
Delicious lore. as
get to the next tube. 300 feet, another door, retinal scan. Prim's a little slow again, but she does it. And this door opens up to a room that is a laboratory with heavy-duty equipment and machinery all over the place. And at the room's center is an enormous chunk of black, oily stone that dims the entire room down by its presence.
Ooh.
There are saws, lasers, guns, power tools, and other equipment all over the place.
well. This is like broken down
So-
obelisk, kind of.
Yeah, I'm flipping on my infrared.
So the obelisks were, number one, they weren't obelisks, they were monoliths. But the monoliths were ruins that were taken here. They were like dug up out of the ground.
Yeah.
This appears to be some umbrium that was cracked off as some greater like meteor of umbrium. Like it's just a natural formation
it's
versus
raw,
these
basically.
are artificially carved. Yeah.
Okay.
So is my infrared picking up anything?
No, not at all.
Okay, cool. I'll investigate the room.
All right, go ahead.
16.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Oh, I'm sorry, 18.
That's really good.
Terrible. Crit fail.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I'm just like looking.
Not a lot going on in here, but Carter, you find that there seem to be smaller shards of umbrium on some of the other tables, and there's like microscopes and testing equipment. Like they're like they got some of the rock in like different vials and tubes of liquid, and
I'll throw some umbrium under the microscope.
sure,
Let's go. Can I do that? Can I just
guess
look
so.
at this
Yeah,
shit?
sure.
What do I see with my elven eyes? My sciencey eyes.
You see microscopic crystal,
Hell yeah.
whatever that looks
Like
like.
an atom arrangement.
Okay. I guess you'd be talking about electron microscope. I'm not sure. I don't know enough about microscopes to tell you what you see, Brian. I'm just gonna tell you that. Right
Let's say that I don't see shit because I don't know how to use this one.
Okay,
I fuck
we'll
it
go
up.
with that.
Yeah, let's make it easy on everybody.
Next two?
I guess so. It's just like
Next
weapons in here.
There are no more tubes. That was the last tube.
Last tube. Last tube.
And an 18 is not really picking much up in here.
Yeah.
So as you guys are poking through this last room, let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 of your bracer jacks, a red light goes off, and it's a communication that's trying to come in, but not one that like automatically pops up. What do you guys do?
Listen
Open
to
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's roll initiative to see who opens theirs first.
No, shit.
5.
It's 7.
It's a big roll. Ah, damn.
Got a 3 on that big roll.
This giant D20 is really letting me down today.
So Persephone wins.
I think so, yeah.
So Persephone, you hit the bracer jack
Hey.
Roll it.
before anyone else, and everyone else's red light shuts off, and the screen pops up, and like this hologram, and it's Watt, and he looks like sweaty and horrified, and he's like,
Oh, no.
Can anyone hear me?
What's up, Watt?
Oh, thank order. I've been trying to reach you by communications. They're being jammed. We have company.
and suddenly you see the angle of the camera like turns,
Yeah.
and an image of an illithid ship
Of course.
floating above the planetoid. It's a great black vessel, bulkier in build than the other illithid vessels that you've seen thus far. And this one has 4 thick tendrils splayed out almost like a starfish. And Watt says, I have the Aegis engaged. They can't seem to sense the ship. But I don't know how they found us. They must have known we were going to be here. And right as he says this, 4 pods get launched off of the ship and down onto the surface. And Watt says,
You guys need to get back to the ship now.
and then it just cuts off.
We have to leave. We have to leave.
And call.
Yeah, the call's not going through. What do you guys do?
Let's go.
You guys start running?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys start running. I'm thinking like you're 50 feet into the dome. It's another 300 feet, and then it's another 200 feet to that hall, and then it's another 150 feet to the door.
Ooh, this is like a
So
solid 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're looking like at a 5-minute run here. So yeah, you guys go. Was there anything you guys are doing on the way? Just curious. Just want to give you an opening if you guys have some sort of idea.
I release my ball bearings and my caltrops.
Okay, done. Sure. All right, oh, you got something for
How would stealth work with
Running fast.
psychic things?
That's a good
Like
question.
if we have to hide from them, could they sense our thoughts? It's not like
We did a thing one time, and we probably should have never done it, where I fished a mind out to like sense a living creature in the area.
Yes.
Like, I did that once. That's not how it's supposed to work.
Oh no.
No, I don't think so. I don't know. This is a homebrew game.
It is.
It could be anything.
I
That's
guess
not how Carter stuff works.
just for
OOC.
just to be careful, I'll cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us.
Okay, sounds good.
It's a plus 10 to stealth.
Okay, is that an action to cast?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you cast Pass Without a Trace. After 5 minutes, you guys finally get to the door, and maybe about 15 feet from the door itself, Prim screams out, and she's like, "Wait! Oh God, they're already inside. I can feel them in there." And she's like, she's got her like hand to her head, and Victoria is like, "Shit. Okay, we have 5 minutes before this door opens. We need to prepare, guys. What do we do?" And as this happens, Carter, you hear a noise in your head again of pieces moving. And you see the game that you played with Nyarlathotep again, and the assault that you led against his forces. And you realize too late that it was a bait and switch maneuver, and now your forces have been double enveloped. And you see that your warrior, your sage, and your princess and your spy are surrounded, and the formation of the board allows for him to turn your spy into a double agent. And you hear Nyarlathotep laugh, and he says, "I must say, play a beautiful game, Carter." And it's at this moment, Carter, that you happen to notice that you are within arm's length of a red emergency open lever on the wall.
You taught me well. I pull it.
The door opens violently, and it sounds with a pressure release, and it reveals a void of inky, impenetrable darkness in that room that you guys were in, the airlock room. You just can't see shit. It's just dark. And then a moment passes, and 4 forms emerge from the darkness. Humanoids in black garb, the heads of squids, and with clawed hands. Each of their skin color ranges from gray to blue or purple, but something is different from the stories that you've heard before and the knowledge that you know about illithids. There seems to be some sort of black inky blotches that are growing all over their skin like a disease. They're all hunched over in a feral looking position, and they all have black ichor dripping from their maws below their tentacles onto the ground, and it's really gross. They each let out a horrific sounding psionic scream that shakes the very air. And that is where we're going to end today's session of SuperQuest Saga. If you guys like what we do here, if you guys like this show, please like and subscribe. Please leave a review.
Yeah, leave us an iTunes review. Leave us a YouTube comment, a like. But most importantly, tell somebody about the show. If you're into it, you know somebody else that's going to even have a slight chance of liking it, tell them to give it a shot. It really helps us out. And that's the best way to get the word out about the show, is to have you guys help us get the word out about the show. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to read a special message to one of our patrons on Patreon. Our Patreon is linked through the Dungeoncast, which is a show that Will and I put on. In case you guys don't already know about it, you can find it at patreon.com/Dungeoncast. We have great, cool bonus content there. We talk about SuperQuest Saga, and you can send messages in to be read on the show. So with that, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. This message is from Marvin Goldhart. He's got a message that he wanted to be read on the show by Freeland as Sebastian. So go for it, man.
James T, you're a great kid, and your Dragonborn Hello Newman is the best, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Awesome. Great work.
Love it, man. Thank you.
Excellent, Sebastian Reed. All right, we'll catch you guys next time on SuperQuest Saga.
Indeed.
James T, man.